Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to electronically sign a document inside the Canyou platform. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm logged into the Canyou platform. I'm going to go to the e-sign menu and I'm going to go to documents. We've got another video that talks about document templates. And templates are great for recurring workflows of work we want to do. Say for example, an employment contract that gets signed every time a new employee starts. If that's of interest to you, check out that video as well. But in this video, I'm just going to show you how to ad hoc get a document signed whenever the business needs to do that. So from the documents menu, we click this send for signature button. We upload the document. In this case, I want two people to sign. So I want Michael Scott to sign. So I'm going to put Michael. And I also want to sign as well. Now we've got ordered signing inside Canyou, and I want Frank to go first. So I'm going to drag him first. We can turn this off if ordered signing is not needed, which means that anyone can sign as soon as we send the document out. Now we need to actually configure the document to collect the fields and the data for each person. So to do that, we click Edit Fields. This is a general consent authority. It's just an example to show how things can work. So I'm using that for this one. And I'm not going to fill in every field, but what I'm going to do is highlight these different fields we have down the side. So down the bottom, we've got what we call pre-filled fields. And this actually captures data that Canyou knows about the user. So in this case, the user's name, we can drag that in. We can say, we can put it here next to name. And what happens here is when the user goes to sign, their name will be pre-filled into the form. Same with date of birth and address. So because the user puts that information into Canyou at an earlier stage, we can then reuse the data. These fields up here can be filled with any data at the time of signing. So a signature, we would obviously need that. We can add drop-down boxes. So a good example is if you want to list out the states, if there's certain states people have to pick from, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, etc., you can build a drop-down that does that. Checkboxes, so if you want the person to actually tick certain things, you can add checkboxes. We can add date signed, so I'm going to add that in this case. I'm going to put that down here. And we can add text as well. So for example, we can come over here and we can add some text. This will be completed by Frank. Now, we can actually configure the other fields for the other person as well. So if I click this box, we can swap to Michael's fields. And now it changes blue, and we can say we want Michael's name here. And we want Michael's signature here. Click Save. So obviously we can put more fields in. I don't need to go into all that specifics just for this example. So when you're trying it yourself, play around with all these fields on this side. One thing I want to highlight as well is there's the ability to do validations on fields. So if we drag a text field in, on the right hand side, you can see there's validations. So what this means is that when the user is inputting it at the time that they're completing the document, we can make sure that we check for certain attributes. For example, we can say it has to be an email, it has to be a date, it has to be all letters, it has to be all numbers, it has to be a BSB, an ACN. And if we click on each of these, we can assign it to those relevant fields. Okay, so now we click Save. So we've got Frank as the first signer, Michael Scott as the second signer. We click Create, have to give it a name. Try again. And now we can see the consent form is in progress. So both Frank and Michael will get an email at this point asking them to log into Canyou and securely sign the document. I'm Frank, so I might as well sign my part of the document. If I click into it, I can see here there's a button for me to fill and sign. I can either scroll down to the fields that need to be completed, or I can just click the next button. It takes me to the next field where I can put in information, add my signature, insert it, and finish signing. So now we can see here I've signed it and it's sent to Michael for him to sign. So once Michael signs his document, it's all completed. We can download it. We can actually download the documents at any time. Okay, so it's sent off to Michael now to be signed. What we're going to do is we're going to fast forward to see what it looks like after Michael signs it and we come back to the platform. So if I come back in and I'm back in my document section, we can now see the consent form is signed. Signed by Frank Iannelli and Michael Scott. We've got this menu here where we can actually view the signed file. And we can download it. We can review the file. If we scroll to the last page, we've got our certificate of completion with a full audit trail and history on who's actually viewed and signed this document. So that's it for this video. Hopefully that's going to help you with your electronic signing of documents. If you're interested in learning more about Canyou and how it can help your business, check out some of our other videos, and we'll see you next time.